the first 3 days of Octane Collegiate Premier complete, we can definitively say the season has started off just as expected. UQTR Black won match days 1, A versus B, and match days 3, B versus C. UQTR, the number 1 seed of Group B, came into Season 3 as the clear favorites to win. A team consisting of 2 Pro League players, Riley Mechanac and Cobra, who were sure to dominate regardless of their third. After a first-place finish on both days and both Riley and Cobra leading the day in kills, UQTR solidified their spot as the team to beat in Octane Collegiate. Not far behind was USM, the number 1 seed of Group A. During the preseason, USM was the clear second favorite in the league, consisting of 2 former Pro League players, Lawless and Vizay, and was the team who won the final Octane Collegiate preseason weekly. USM showed up swinging on day 1, garnering a second-place finish, 2 points behind UQTR. Their second day was unfortunately struck with connection issues 3 out of the 6 games, finishing 8th overall on the day. Their strong start to middle-of-the-pack second day of performance means that the second-place spot is still up for grabs and teams are hungry. That spot is currently a race between qualifier team UFC and Group C's number 1 seed, powerhouse Tamu Maroon. Tamu Maroon features CC finalist Fiddle Dude and longtime competitor Pear, rounded out by former Tamu White player Zwifty. Even without Fiddle Dude for their first match day, Tamu's sub and supporting cast finished 3rd on the day. And with Fiddle Dude for match day 3, the team finished 2nd, losing the final fight to UQTR in Game 6, giving UQTR the points to surpass them. Tamu Maroon has a long time standing in Octane Collegiate as Kings of Second, but with a consistently dominant roster, could this finally be the year that they win it all? University of Calgary, UFC, is the opposite of Tamu Maroon. A new roster consisting of Meadsy, Wunster, and Aoi, 3 players with a history only dating back to the spring of 2024 semester. On paper, UFC isn't anything remarkable. In-game, though, is another story. Captain Meadsy dominated the lobby on both days, dropping 11,000 and 8,000 damage respectively with his combination of Charge Rifle and Rampart Sheila. Wunster, who has been accused of cheating multiple times with his aimbot-like Havoc sprays, mirrored Meadsy in damage. With these performances, UFC finished 3rd during match day 1, right behind UQTR and USM, and 2nd on match day 2. UFC is a clear contender for that 2nd place spot and is the underdog team to watch this Octane split. One surprising team was TMU Bold. On day 1, TMU Bold from Group A did not have their predicted strong start, finishing 17th on the day. TMU Bold, known for being an active, kill-hungry team, was quiet with only 3 kills and a shocking 14.5 average placement. A top 5 team coming into the split, TMU Bold looked washed and overhyped. Truth be told, TMU Bold was not. For day 2, A versus C, TMU Bold smashed expectations, finishing 1st on the day with player Pyro topping the leaderboards for kills. With a final 23 kill game to secure a 1st place finish on the day, TMU shattered the nightmare that happened the previous week. With all 3 groups having 2 days played, the current top 5 are as follows. UQTR Black with a number 1 with 50 placement points. UFC tied with Tamu Maroon as number 2 and number 3 at 39 apiece. GCU Purple in 4 with 34 points, and USM in 5 following closely behind at 33. The next highest team in 6 is TMU Bold with 28. While UQTR has an 11-point lead above 2nd, places 2 through 5 are a toss-up between these 4 teams, and surprise comeback performances like SJSU keep the top 10 standings close and uncertain. While in past seasons, the top 10 teams were stable and didn't differentiate that much, multiple changes to Octane Collegiate have swayed team balance, leading to a power struggle among premier teams. The biggest change in this split of Octane versus the last is the current draft system. During Year 4, Split 2, ALGS Pro League implemented a POI draft system, different from the usual dropship. This meant teams would snake draft for their drop spots on both maps. The team with the first pick would select their POIs first and last. This meant teams such as UQTR and Tamu Maroon, who previously had top POIs like Sky West and Lightning Rod every week, would be forced to play out of different POIs, as other teams with higher picks could select those POIs without fear of being contested. This change leveled the playing field, nerfing top teams like UQTR who would score over 100 points every week and buff the bottom middle of the pack teams who often had to play out worse. This change leveled the playing field, nerfing top teams like UQTR who would score over 100 points every week and buff the bottom middle of the pack teams who often had to play out of worse POIs every week due to their fear of contesting. Another major change in Octane was the arrival of Tier 2 and Challenger Circuit players on various different collegiate rosters. Vesper from RIT Orange, Mingsta from SDSU, and Kai99 Jr. from the UHE Varsity are all CC finalists, the qualifying league right below Pro League, and some of the CC players who joined Octane Collegiate this split. This rejuvenation of talent in Octane Collegiate has overall raised the talent Octane and proved to be a benefit for the scene, closing the skill gap between top teams and leading to a higher quality lobby, with all 3 weeks having a good to very good quality score. The final change for Octane Collegiate is their licensing agreement with EA, and specifically EA officially recognizing the Octane Collegiate League for Apex Legends esports. By becoming an officially recognized league by EA, Octane Collegiate is able to increase their prize pools, host offline events like potential lands, and are able to access Apex private lobby codes. This change announced between Match Days 1 and Match Days 2 was a significant event in Octane Collegiate history, and with this, schools are able to recognize Apex Legends as an official esports title backed by EA, allowing for scholarship opportunities to current and future players. Overall, this season of Octane Collegiate is the most competitive it's ever been. Former top teams are struggling, and new teams are thriving, and nothing is certain. Catch Premier Match Days on Fridays at 6 p.m. PST and Open Match Days on Saturdays at 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. PST respectively.